Time for Bomber Banter. Now over to Fiona.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bomber Banter. Welcome to the fan cams. Not therapy, just regular fan cams tonight. I did not expect to be feeling content. And I know we're going to have the naysayers saying you're accepting mediocrity. But when you are fielding a glorified VFL team where no one has any synergy and chemistry with one another, you will take a spirited, energy-filled, intent-filled, focused performance any day of the week. Am I right? How are you all? How are you all feeling? Thank you. Thank you. Moby, as always, I love you. I am so pleasantly surprised. I don't even know what was the final. It was 44 points in the end. I mean, I predicted 111, I think, on the forecast. So let's be honest, that's just such a huge win from my point of view. That third quarter, whatever Brad Scott and the coaches are doing at 3/4 time to get their heads focused is honestly chef's kiss, because we've come out the last few weeks and really shown that, we can not make changes, but, not just bury our heads in the sand and succumb to being overrun and dwell in the pain or the inevitability of Geelong's win. I just love it. I just loved that. I've popped the link in the chat. Newbie, you know the rules. A newbie has to join for a quick chat. We don't even have to talk about food. You'll be safe with me, I promise. It's not that scary, but a newbie has to join or no more fan cams. Those are the rules. I don't make the rules. Well, I do make those. I made that rule and I do make the rules, but that's the rule. Hey, my great mate, Pommy. For those of you who haven't gotten onto it yet, Pommy and I doing the Twix Awards together moving forward on a Monday night, and Archie Roberts, we might clean out every servo in Melbourne, Pom. We might clean them all out. They were on sale today at Coles, 2 for something. I stocked up. How did you all see it? Give me your favourite moments. I have a couple in my head. One that stands out is probably, until I watched the replay, my favourite one so far, and it's not an obvious one. It was when Jaden Ewan went in for a tackle against Max Holmes, and Max Holmes thought he'd outsmart him and ducked his head lying on the ground to draw a free, and Jaden Ewan didn't go in straight away because he knew what he was doing, and he gave the umpire a minute to see that Max Holmes had actually held onto the ball long enough and had prior, and then he just went in with a tackle and just held on for dear fucking life and got the holding the ball decision. And chef's kiss, as you know I like to say. He just, how I say to you guys, take up space? Take up space where you believe, because you believe you deserve to be in that space. Take up space wherever you go because you believe you deserve it. And Jaden Ewan plays like he is taking up space no matter what, in a good way, of course. I feel good. Yes, I have to admit, hey, my US friends, Tammy and Nick, how good was that by the coaches tonight, giving Kako an incredible lesson and an incredible day of school, basically. It felt like a day of school for him. He played so much in the middle. At one point, he was leading our clearances. I don't know if he ended up leading the clearances, but he was good. And he, because he's so buzzy and energetic, it almost looks like the forward line stifles him because it's not down there a lot and he can't actually, get into his full momentum. But in the centre, he was up and back and he was getting to some really, really great spots. And that was his first go. So imagine, to me, he already shows me more in the middle than what Ben Hobbs does, and that's with full respect to Ben Hobbs. But I am now quite comfortable. I'm quite comfortable now respectfully trading Hobbs, because I just don't think he's going to hit any greater heights with us personally. Yes. Now, this is probably going to go down as the worst umpiring call so far this year. I watch a lot of games. I watch a lot of bad umpiring, but the umpire who called against Redmond the free on Jeremy Cameron, what in the hell is he watching? He's right there to Redmond's side and calls him a free when Redmond was the one who had eyes on the football. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes. Is this the one that we're talking? Oh, my God. Yeah. Outrageous. I mean, the rest of them, I didn't feel like they were so bad tonight, the umpires, but that, it's just unacceptable. It's inexcusable, those ones, because it could not be more obvious. Who were you looking at? Unbelievable. Oh, Adam, how are you? My favourite moment, McMahon sidestep. Yes. I don't think we've seen a snap from him, have we, chat? I think we've only seen set shots at goal from him. Or no? Did he get the one that bounced over his head? No, that was that one. And Lawal was in the centre square. Is that one? I think we've only seen set shots so far from old Liam. Good on him. Good on him. He's really doing a Edwards and forcing the club to look at him. How are you, Lockie? Really good effort, and we'll take that, but we lack serious class and IQ with inside forward 50 entries. Needs to be addressed. It's the synergy between the mids and forwards is so in the toilet. It's just non-existent. It's not even in the toilet. It hasn't made its way to the toilet, basically. I'm sorry to bring bathroom humour into it, but I tell you what, yeah. Tell me, Murray, was he doing a bit of a accountability role on Tom Stewart? Because I didn't feel like Tom Stewart had a lot of say in the game. I know Guthrie got off the chain and he was playing on him at one point, and I also did see him kind of keeping Blixarves accountable when he was down there for a couple of moments. But yeah, I thought that was. Is this a good question, or is this an obvious question? Why do I feel like you have to be below a certain age to win this? Is he eligible, guys? Good question, Bomber Boy. Good question. Really good question. Oh, it didn't look good, did it? Did anybody please give me a update when there is any update? Please chat. Dave, D-list 2 independent side McMahon. No. And then I want to keep both, basically. Jono, I hope so. I mean, I'd be very upset. I'd be really upset. Really, really upset. Oh, May rolled an ankle. I mean, of course he did. Because of course he did. But you know what? We do have 2 debutants left. One may be getting a shot next week because, hey, why the hell not at this point? Hey, Brett.
Hello, Fiona. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy about tonight.
Yes,
how
good.
we played.
Cheers. How did you see your boy, Matt Guelphy? What did you think of his game?
I thought Matty Guelphy and Angus Clark both played well.
They did. I think Matt Guelphy in the second half, he was launching at those tackles. He was launching at the ball. Nice little smothers.
Yes.
Yep. What else did you like about the game, Brett?
Our effort and intent were there all night.
Yes.
And we never gave up.
Yes. Love to see it. And you know what? Do you feel like that they believed? I feel like in the third quarter, they believed they could win that game. Nobody else did, but you could see it in their energy.
Yes, I was messaging a friend that expected like there's Bombers are gone, and I said, no, expect 20 points now, game on.
Who would have thought? Please tell me, who would have thought we would get within 20 points of Geelong?
Yeah.
Surely there's no one who thought we'd get within 20 points of Geelong. Have you ever been down to the GMHBA Stadium, Brett, to watch a game?
I've been down there a few times. My favourite memory was when we had a VFL game down there in 2015.
Yep.
And then the AFL were playing that night. So Jade and a group of our friends all went down there, and then we came back and got back just in time, about 2 hours before the AFL game.
Is that the first time? I think that's the game that Oscar Smart came onto the scene when it was down at the Cattery, that game.
No, this was about 10 years ago.
Oh, sorry, you did say 2015. There was another game recently that they played Geelong. Maybe it was at Marvel, actually, and that's when I really started to notice Oscar Smart. So is that the last time you've been down there, 2015?
No, I've been down there a few times. There was that was the last time for footy I've been there. Oh no, the last time for footy I was down there was the AFLW final 2 years ago.
And what's it like to watch footy down there, Brett?
It's really good down there, yes.
Nice, good spectacle?
Yes.
Good, very good.
It's not as small as it looks on TV. Everyone says how small it is, but it's a little bit bigger than what it looks on TV.
Oh, okay, that's interesting because everyone says it's the narrow ground.
Yeah, it's narrow, but there's no but like it's just as wide as the MCG.
Okay. Interesting. And what are the Geelong fans like when you get down there? They sounded a bit sooky tonight. Did anybody else think that? I mean, do you think that Essendon was just not going to get any free kicks for the entire game? Every single free kick, the moaning. We don't even do that, and we're full nuffy when we're at Marvel, and we don't even do that.
Yeah, I know. But I've always thought Geelong were the most spoiled supporters because when we played at the MCG a few weeks back, they were behind us that day, and then the Geelong chant started, so I thought, no, they're down the wrong end. Because they should have been down the other end with their supporters, I thought.
I guess they're used to just getting everything their own way and feeling happiness all the time because they support a very, very well-run club. Anyway, Brett, thanks for jumping on. Always love seeing your face and glad we had an enjoyable night tonight for you.
Yes.
Take care.
I'll catch you in the chat.
Okay. See you, Brett. Yeah, it felt, I mean, they're a little bit insufferable when they're down there, aren't they? Just a little bit. Hey, Corey.
How's it going?
Pretty good, and you?
Not too bad. Very happy with the second half, but was pulling my hair out in the first.
Yeah, talk to me. What went wrong in the first?
Lack of disposal by hand and foot, no matter where we were on the ground. Our kicks from basically the centre of the ground to our forward 50 was no connection whatsoever in the first half. And it was just so frustrating because you got usually your clean ball users that would do the good work with it that couldn't hit the side of a barn door.
Yeah. Well, I think my good friend Don Caldwell, who is here in the chat, texted me and said that Merritt had 4 disposals in a row in the first quarter, all clangers.
Yeah, I was actually keeping track of that, funnily enough.
What is that saying when the best kicker in the team?
He was going off 1 foot too. Like, he wasn't actually kicking through the ball enough when he was using it by foot with those 4 touches in a row. He was kicking it off a stagnant start, and you teach juniors that you don't kick it off a stagnant start unless you have someone in an absolute open bit of space. So,
well, before we move along, Jez has got a question for you.
That is tomorrow, that game.
Oh, tomorrow, Jez. So next week, when Corey joins us next, we need an update, please, and we need you to score. We need you to score a goal this time, or a point. We need your team to score. We cannot go another week with 0.
Oh no, I'll be honest with you. It's probably the same bookmaker odds as what the Geelong and Essendon game was tonight as what we'll kick a goal in. So.
All right, well, let's talk about some happiness then. The second quarter, what changed? So you play footy? If you're the coach at 3/4 time, because it looked like they came out and they had a newfound energy. They believed that they could still win this game. They genuinely believed. Yeah. Nobody else did, but they did. What are the coaches doing at 3/4 time to instill that kind of belief into the group, and what changed? Was it simply a fact that they started hitting targets and hitting handballs and lowering the eyes, or what?
It's a combination of things. I think Geelong took their foot off the gas a bit, and we did get a few little bits of rubber the green with a few free kicks, to be honest with you. If you don't think we did, we absolutely did in the third quarter. We just lowered our eyes a lot better when we used the ball, and when the ball hit the ground, because Geelong's defenders are so tall and our forwards aren't tall at all. They're quite small, really, apart from 2-metre Peter. Once the ball hit the deck, they actually used their smarts and thought, you know what, I don't have to rush it and kick it straight away. There is other options to get it out. And Durham was a perfect example, handballing it to McGrath, who I can't believe he actually kicked the goal. I thought he missed it.
Yeah, me too.
And it's the same with Gresham. He was in the right position at the right time, as all good small forwards should be, and that he kicked the goal. That's what you're there to do. Like, games like that will keep yourself in the team, but obviously if you underperform when we have a fully fit list, you won't be getting a spot. But yeah, it was good to see in the second half that we were competitive. We only lost the second half by 7 points because Geelong kicked 8 goals, 9, we kicked 8 goals too. So I'll take that 44-point loss, really, because I had a margin of double that in my tipping comp. So
100%. It's funny you should say that about the forwards, because there was, and I text this to my friend Matt in our chat, there was a very distinct difference in terms of the positioning of the smalls in the forward line in the second half. All of a sudden we had one tall forward go up for the ball, the bomb ball, and at the feet of him, when he brought the ball to ground, at the feet of him, there were actually 3 or 4 mid/forwards there waiting. And I was like, what did I just watch? I haven't seen that all year. It's usually Kako or bust.
Mm-hmm. It goes down to playing basic football and just going back to doing what you're good at doing, but just simplify it. Don't overcomplicate it with how you get the ball in. Obviously, the corridor is the fastest way to go, but if there is a better option, and there was better kicks by our forwards and our mids, where we looked across the 50, and there was guys on the far side of the field where they marked it uncontested, and it just they made them look simple. And then, as some of the guys have said in the chat already, the supporter base were low-key hating it, and the players for Geelong, because they just couldn't handle it. Because they have a VFL team that they're playing up against. They gave them half a chance, really. Like, did I expect them to win? No. But the players believed it. Yeah,
they did. In that third quarter, you could see the energy of, particularly the 3 that stood out for me was Gresham, Guelphy, and Durham. All of a sudden, they were like walking a bit taller or running a bit taller or bouncing. They were just bouncing energy bunnies around the ground, and you could just see they felt it. They now, I will caveat that by saying I wish that energy and that same intent and that same belief and that same focus was there from the beginning, from the likes of Gresham and Guelphy. And I don't love that it's conditional to when there's a bit of a sniff. So
Yeah.
I really don't love that. But I will say that collectively it was exciting to see. They celebrated every goal with each other. They were excited for each other. The spirit was there. You know, Brad Scott has said, but also you'd have to be an idiot to think that the spirits are not in jeopardy at the club at the moment with, 17 players on the injury list, reports in the media that players are unhappy and God knows what else. You have to wonder how the spirit levels are. And every week I'm just seeing little bits of moments where I can see that the collective, the closeness is still there with them. They're not, turning in on each other. They're still there with each other. So I did like that.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. But it also came down to, I think, even not just the forward half, it was the back half that was actually defending well too. Because the fact is that they didn't score for 10 minutes and they pressed up like they should have, and they held their space. And I'll give Jaden Laverty credit. As much as Jeremy Cameron kicked junk time in the last, he did an unreal job. And same as Blackiston, Jaden Ewan kept Tyson Stengel quiet as hell, and kudos to him. Archie Roberts is proving why he is an absolute superstar and should be the next leader, one of the next leaders at our club, because he's never give up attitude. He's right mindset. He just goes hell for leather at every contest, and yeah, love the bloke.
Yeah, I'm just so excited for the future of Archie. I think he can just be anything. I think he could run through the middle, up the wing, and he could be. All of a sudden, we've got options. I love it.
Yep.
I really do.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
this I hate to look too far ahead, but I really feel like if we bring that same third quarter energy to the St Kilda game and the Carlton game particularly, there is hope there. And I hope it's the Carlton game because, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe that'll be Zach Merritt's 250th, I believe.
His 250th next week.
I thought today was 247, so next week is 248, sorry.
I think they said 249. I could be wrong, but
did they? Okay.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I think I heard him say it a couple times, and
okay, you're right. Confirmation that you're right. Next week. Okay, well then next week we're going to get the win. Originally it was against Carlton, but maybe for Zach Merritt we're going to do it for him.
Yeah, I'd say our best chance. I think St Kilda's midfield is just that little bit too good for us at the moment, and their forwards are a lot more classier than what we've got at the moment. I hope to God May's injury is only an ankle, because it didn't look like an angle from the slow motion shot that I've seen. But praying to God it's nothing serious, and if he has a week off, then so be it. But yeah, if that's the case, yeah, we'll be right. But I think our best chance is against Carlton in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Only because they're travelling.
Without Curnow, without Mackay, I think they're vulnerable. I think that's our best shot, and I pray to God it's at the MCG because I wouldn't mind going to the game.
Yes, I certainly will be there, and I will be there next week too. So anyway, Corey, thank you for checking in. I'm sure I speak for all of us. Good luck tomorrow. Get a ball through those posts either side. We'll take a point or a goal. Good luck.
Fingers crossed.
Good night. Good on old Corey. Thank you, Don, for chippies. That'll get me two buckets next week at Marvel. Maybe 1.5, but I'll take it. Whatever I can get. Thank you. Mariella, feeling surprisingly content, Fiona. Yes, didn't expect to lose by less than 50. Yeah, neither did I. I don't think anybody thought this was going to be less than a 50-point loss. Sorry. So, yeah, thank you so much for the super. Appreciate you. What's happening, chat? Yeah, he did, and he took a nice couple of marks, didn't he? And he kicked a goal, so he back. Shane, how are you, Shane? How many times did Close block the Essendon player from getting the ball? Should have been a free kick every time. Yep. Richard, maybe Lual and May out next week. How good was Lual bouncing back up and wanting to go on? Holy crap. He would have been simultaneously concussed and winded at the same time because of his own bloody teammates' stupidity. and he just bounced back up and like a trooper. Good on him. Like, that was he had every excuse to just limp off, stay down, and he got straight up. Good on you. It's that kind of shit that I just think I see a future in him. I know many of you say to delist him, but I see a future. Stevie E, too many people look cooked tonight a few times, look too slow and lack of chasing. No, but he's not supposed to chase. His second efforts are great. You don't need him to chase. He probably looks slow because of Goldstein. I really do think that. Gresham better tonight. I will agree with you, Dennis, but only when we started going, and I don't like that. But he had some good moments. I will give you that. Yeah. What about the surreptitious throws by Geelong in the forward 50? Yeah, many of those. What happened to Caddy, Dan? Caddy has a sore groin and he's generally sore in general. He's had a big load this year, so don't know if we'll see him back. I feel they want to get him back maybe for the Carlton game in another week or so. A couple of weeks rest, 3 weeks in a row is probably good for him. Jezzy, you were watching. You thought Gresh was rotten. Either side, yeah. The first half wasn't great. Hey, Simon, did anyone count how many turnovers Shield had? He wasn't good. Yeah. Hey, Adam, anyone else a bit concerned with Clark's indecision at times? He just needs to go with his first option. He did get caught a couple of times holding the ball, didn't he? Jono, you were at Condinia Park when Gary kicked 1,000 goals. I'm assuming everyone stormed the ground, yes? Jade, how was it down there? It looked like pretty nice conditions, actually, tonight. They tried, and that's all that we wanted. 4 goals for Liam. Yeah, beautiful. Hey, Jeremy, I've driven a busload of Sri Lankan cricket fans to that shithole. That's the closest I've been. Wow. What was that for? An actual... I'm not going to even pretend I know the terminology of cricket. Who am I kidding? Oh, okay. This is for Liam McMahon. Rising Star rules are to be eligible for nomination. The player must be under the age of... Oh, okay. That's where McMahon loses because he's not under 21. Okay. Thanks for that clarification. Appreciate that. Hey, Lockie, just please recruit players that are composed and can kick the ball. Geelong broke a record for most intercept marks in a... Yeah, it felt like that. It really fucking felt like that. And it felt like we were just helping them do that because sometimes it felt like the midfielders looked at the Geelong player and said, oh, you look fun. I'm going to kick it to you just for the lols. That it felt like that. Wow. Yeah, that's not good. But that's not the forwards. Yes, arguably they're not getting into the right positions or doing the body work. I thought particularly some of, Guelphy's body work was weird. So was 2 Meter Peter's body work was weird. I don't know. Geelong find these 2 meter plus athletes that fill out and can mark. We find 2 meter athletes and break them. Facts. Show me the lies. They just go down to the surf shop, don't they? They go down to the surf shack there. Maybe we should just do that in the off season. Does Matt Rosa like the sun? Just go hang out down at the beach. See who we can get. Yeah, I agree. Snazzy shoes. And oh no, Roberts stole the cookies from you. You nailed it with the merit tackles. You nailed the goals, the winner with Geelong. But who did you have for most disposals? You had Bailey Smith. Oh, Archie Roberts. Steve, I think a huge requirement in the off-season is skills, no matter who we get in the draft and our current kids. If we don't improve skills, nothing will change. But tell me this, right? So Archie Roberts, beautiful, brilliant, love him, fantastic. But his kicking has been off for the last couple of weeks. I thought his kicking was one of the things that we heralded him for. And he's been a bit off. And obviously we know Merritt's kicking has been off. So, all right. You guys, there's a lot of you here, so there's the link to jump in for the chat. You know the drill. Hello, Muzz.
Hello, everyone. How are we all?
Oh, look. You guys, look. It's Muzz with a smile. Yay.
Hello,
It's
everyone.
Muzz with a smile, everybody.
It means
This is
good
the
things.
first time. This is the first time I've seen you smile when I've brought you up. I'm so happy. You should smile more.
I am very happy. I didn't watch the shitty first half, guys. I was at work. I got to watch the second half. So I was with happy spirits.
That's why you're smiling.
Half, yeah, I didn't watch the first half. Didn't want to bar a soap of it. I got glimpses of it, but I didn't watch the full first half. So I'm going to watch the replay and fully rewatch the whole game. So I can't give my perspective on the first half.
Yep.
But the second half I can talk about. If that's okay with everyone, obviously.
We are so happy for that. We're just happy to see you smiling. As you can see, the chat is absolutely the chat is delighted to see you smiling.
Good to see you, Moby. How are you, mate? Yeah. Okay, guys, listen up. I've smiled before, not like this, but yeah, I smiled before. Second half. Wow, I am shocked. Where did that come from? What did I just watch? That was good. Where was that the whole time of this back end of the season against Richmond? We could have won that if we played like that.
Talking about not smiling much. We weren't smiling on those fan cams, were we? That was like being eaten by a million wasps and bees at the same time. That Richmond game. Good Lord, this was actually an exciting game too.
Yeah, it was. I thought, honestly, for the first time in a long time, I thought Laverde played his actual role in that second half. He was actually holding that back line to a grit. He was using his voice. He was yelling at commands, look over there, get over there. We need to set up over here. He was using his voice. For the first time ever this season, the first time he's done that. His leadership back there was good tonight. I thought that was really good by him. Archie Roberts just had another good day out, obviously. I'm sorry about whoever missed out on the cookies because of that, but I thought he had a good day out.
Yeah, it's okay.
Merritt, I mean, I didn't watch the first half, so I don't know how he was the first half. Catch me up on that. But from what I saw of him, he was okay. But again, what I've heard doesn't sound the best. Still, he doesn't sound the best, which I'm putting faith into all you guys that watched the game. Hasn't sounded the best, but what I saw of him, he was okay. You guys may have a go.
He finished with 10 tackles, the most on the ground. So I personally thought his intent was much better than I've seen in previous weeks. He wasn't, he wasn't rolling his eyes. He wasn't slumping his shoulders. His body language was much better, even from the first quarter. It's just that his disposal and his kicking has been off all year, but big tick for his intent and his energy. So that's a tick.
I can't imagine. Okay, guys. Okay. All right.
You weren't here for the team show. You weren't here for the team show, Muzz, last night. But if anybody wasn't here, you missed the plans that when we win a grand final, we're going and we're doing all-nighters. Then we're going to the hangar for the presentation of the cup and the players presented on. And while we're there at the hangar in Tullamarine, then we're getting on a plane and we're going to Florence and we're doing fan cams from Florence. So anybody who missed that, start saving up. And everybody in the chat has to donate $2 so I can start saving up. No, you don't have to do that, but I'm going to start saving.
Another thing,
probably going to be another 20 years. Sorry,
another
Mars,
thing
go.
I saw, I watched the highlights. Shield may be in trouble with the MRO. I'm just saying, you're putting it out there. He pushed. I don't know who it was from Geelong, but he pushed a player into Lowell that made him fall over. You can't push people directly in front of them. He may get in trouble by the MRO, so he may be out next week. I'm putting it out there. So who do we bring in?
Well, Unwin has been playing in the midfield for the last week, and I believe he's playing there again tomorrow. So that to me says that numero 15, numero Quindici is on its way. That's what that tells me. The debutant number 15.
And then Kako rolling in the midfield. Finally. Can we say finally on that? He's actually played midfield time.
Yep.
I think we've been saying this for the last 4 weeks. Get him in the midfield. I think everyone's been saying it. In the midfield, get him in.
Yep.
He caused chaos in there tonight.
Yeah, he did.
Geelong couldn't go with him. They had
Yes,
no
great
one to
point.
guard him.
Facts.
There's no
Facts.
one. Geelong's all tall. As soon as we got that to ground, as Corey said, we were all over it. And it was well pointed out by Corey. The contest to bring it to ground and those small forwards getting to work, as you said, Gresham, Kako, all of them got to work. And it was great to watch. Peter Wright, I'll do you then best to have kicking again. I'll give it to him. He kicked the goal that he was supposed to. He kicked that one goal in front. Good on him. He brought it to ground. He brought it to ground.
Yes.
He knew he wasn't the best day. He brought that ball to ground. And that's what we won inside that forward 50. And props to McMahon, props to Peter Wright, props to Archer May before he went off injured. That's what we need. Forwards not having, the big tall forwards not having the best day, get it to ground. Let Kako and all that go to work. And that was a masterclass inside that forward 50 when we got it to ground. Geelong can't go with us on the ground. And
You're so right in terms of, I just love your call, Mars, on the Kako in the middle. They had no one to go with him in the middle there. They, they were shocked by that.
That midfield group of McGrath, Durham and Kako. I'm saying that held off Geelong really well.
Yep.
McGrath brought Atkins away from the contest. We all know that Atkins loves going in and under the ball and getting out to like a Bailey Smith or a Holmes. None of that happened tonight. McGrath sucked him out of the contest. Kako and that went to work in there and they got it out and got it the other way to Durham. Durham was beautiful tonight with his kicking. Got it inside 50 and used it well. May had a really good kick going inside forward 50 too. So we're not only relying, we're lowering the eyes and hitting the ground. The lower the ball goes, the better we were off. And that's how we got our goals inside forward 50 tonight.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was really good to watch.
Yeah, you're absolutely nailing it tonight, Muzz. You are nailing the observations
And I didn't
tonight.
watch the first half.
That's because you're not exhausted by the roller coaster. You haven't been on the roller coaster that the rest of us have, so that's why you feel nothing but clarity.
I've been cleansed the last 2 weeks. I haven't been on here for like 2 weeks, a week and a half. So I'm.
And what do you do for work, Muzz?
I work in a pub. I'm working in a pub. I'm a bartender.
Oh, you're a bartender. Okay, so does that mean that you have are you off drinks now that you work in a bar, or as in like you don't want to see a drink? Because like I can barely.
I don't want to see a drink. I'm with it all. Food, drinks, I'm done with it all. I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty when I get home. I just sit down and relax.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't watch the footy when I first got home because I'm like, it's 44 points, 50 points. I'm not watching this. Came back 20 points in. I'm like, hang on. What's sparking them here? Turn on the television and watch the last half. And I'm like, okay, it's gone back out again. Why did I turn on the TV for? We could have won. Every time I turn on that TV, Fiona, I swear to God, we always start losing.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got someone to blame, everyone.
Hey!
No, we won't blame you. We can never blame you.
All right, but that's going to be it for me. I think I'll get someone else on. But thanks all for having me. Do appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Mars. You were absolutely brilliant. Are you going to be getting to the rest of the games this year, maybe, or
what do you think? I may go next week. I'll just got to see how I go. I've got work. I mean, I'm fully committed to work right now. Before games, I'm going to the Melbourne Bulldogs game on Sunday, so it'll be interesting to watch. So I'm going as a neutral supporter. I'm going with some family, but
you need to definitely be focused on work at the moment. You're going to be saving up for the trip to Florence, so you work. All right.
I will.
All right.
All right, guys.
See you,
I'll see everyone later.
See you, Muzzy.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye. I reckon that was Muzz's best fan cams. That was fantastic. Well done, Muzz. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. $2 more for the trip. I put the $2. It was admittedly in coins that I had in my wallet. I usually use my coins for my coffees at my local cafe, usually every day. But I put the $2 away in a little, what's it called? A money box thing that I have why do I still have a money box? Well, I do. Wayne, Lual, get well soon. How's he looking? Any word on that? Was he just sore? Is that why he was subbed, or does he actually have a concussion or an injury? Hopefully not. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate you very, very much. Bomber boy, thank you for the contribution. You're going to be able to pull an all-nighter in your 50s. Hey, I don't care. Oh, yeah, it could be more like my 70s, Bomber boy. I don't care. I don't care if I die on that night. If I'm 80 and the all-nighter kills me because Essendon has just won a flag, I am so okay with that. I go happy. And if someone has to take my seat on the flight to Florence because I've died, then so be it. So whoever impresses the most here in the fan camps and actually comes on and has a chat with me, I will leave my ticket to Florence. If I don't get on there, I will leave it to you, okay? Got some big statements that I'm saying in these fan camps. Sheesh. Goodness me. Hey, Felix, how you doing? Lual iced up on his back. Yeah, looks better than a few of the other boys. What? Who else is looking banged up? Oh, boy, that doesn't make me feel good. Eesh. Oh, okay. Durham's still sore on that foot that he's been troubling him all year. Oh, so clearly we all thought his 2-week suspension would have healed him up nicely. May limping heavily. McGrath and Nguyen, ice quads. Nguyen looking proppy. Okay. At this point, I mean, honestly, nothing is surprising. Jez, we're going to Windy Hill, not the hangar. All right, you go to Windy Hill. We'll be at the hangar and we'll FaceTime, okay? But you'll be there by yourself. I'll be at the hangar with the players because that's where they'll be. I think the hangar's getting a bad rap and I'm adamant I'm changing that. Spirit and life is where you are. Spirit and life comes from the people who bring it to the place, not the place itself. Windy Hill has that spirit and has that feel because of the incredible people who have, infiltrated the building and had the memories in the walls and in the rooms and created memories. And the hangar will get that when that spirit and energy returns to the club and when some kind of success infiltrates the walls. Right now, there hasn't been any. So how can we expect the 4 walls to be soaking with success and a proud history? We just can't. The spirit is where the person is, not the place. It's wherever you are. It's like whatever entity you believe in, God, a spirit, higher power, Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in, they are wherever you are. They're not in a place. You don't have to go to church or go to a temple to be connected to the spirit or the higher power. They are in you and where you are and watching over you. So, Jez. Hey, Emin. Moby, I made it to the show. It sounds like we had a good performance. Up the plains. Yes, absolutely. You'll do an OnlyFans if we win the premiership, Richard. But I believe that OnlyFans is not only OnlyFans, as in it's not only sexy content on there. OnlyFans was actually started for normal content, right? And it became sexy. This I have been told. Hey, Aaron, Zach should have had 2 goals, 2 or 3 if he marked that one Guelby stole. Yes, that he missed a very easy one. I was hella mad. I was real mad when he missed that one. Oh, I did. Dennis, Merritt also hit some tricky targets under extreme pressure. He did, but also some that were very easy. Moby, Fiona will sing the theme song from atop the Duomo and we'll eat our gelato and dance below. Oh, how wonderful does that sound? I mean, not the singing part because that clearly is not going to be fun for anybody, but the setting, the gelato, man, we've got to make this happen, team. We do. We really have to make this happen. Hey, Troy, how are you? Kako in the middle was brilliant. He was brilliant. Agree, Aaron. He was the difference. And I guess he was the point of difference because he was new and unpredictable. I mean, I do think a lot of the credit goes to him and the coaches for it, but I think just that he'd never been there and the other mids, the Geelong mids, had no idea how to come to him basically or how to take him. McGrath has been handy in the midfield. I'm interested to know how much time did he spend in the midfield? What was his heat map tonight? Someone, can you have a squiz about that for me? Didn't feel like he played too much in the mid. In this flag scenario, we've only won because we've burned the hanger to the ground, an insurance job and returned to our spiritual home. Tell you what. Hashtag make the hanger great. Starting it. Yeah. Chris Scott not looking too happy. Impressor could be wrong, but looks like we gave him some things to think about. Yes, he did not look happy on the broadcast. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Jez, you got some Rezo contacts who can pull that off. Hey, no burning the hanger down. It's the spiritual home now. Accept it. Coanda, Muzz, Muzz is gone. Yeah, he had the muscle shirt on tonight. Someone said he had to put the heating on. I think that means that the heating's on too high, no? Hey, Matt, I actually watched the whole game. I thought I'd be turning it off at halftime. Yeah, I thought I'd be well and truly face down in my phone for the whole game, and I wasn't. It was great. I enjoyed it. Only if we live to 100 years old, Fiona. Yeah, we may. And you bet your bottom dollar I'll still be doing the fan cams, and I'll still be doing an all-nighter with all of you. 100%. I do still have a money box from when I was little. It is not in prominent position now. It is tucked away in the wardrobe, but I still do have it. Unwin is the one. Yep, prediction for next game. Yeah, the fact that they've put him in the midfield is clearly a sign that he is really, really ready for his debut. Definitely. Good to hear, Muzzy. We love your input. Okay, well, that's not good news, Aaron. May's ankle roll looks like how I tore the ligaments off mine. Yep. Wacko for Kako, yes. 100%. I mean, do we know this for sure? I have PTSD now, so I'm not, until those scans are in, I don't believe anybody, especially Brad Scott, about injuries. The hangar has no parking for 80,000 people. Hey, Richard, why are we driving? We're not driving when we go to the hangar after the premiership. We're coming on a bus, man. We are getting a bus with vodka for breakfast. There's no driving, my friend. And Jeremy, exactly, plenty of airport parking because, you know, we're straight off on the plane. Leave the car. The hangar does have seats, actually, Jez. If you ever made your way down there, you would see it does have seats. It has the Charlie Don stand. Hey, M King, well done. Congrats to your boys tonight again. You honestly feel like we weren't expecting the pressure you put on us. It's a credit, you Bombers, but I'm disappointed that we lost our composure. But you know what? I reckon it's good for you guys because, you know, arguably you've had a pretty easy fixture with some really, you know, rollover type of opponents. So you probably needed a bit of a fire up your bum so you don't get too complacent. Just my opinion. But you guys, professional as always. Yep. Nguyen looks at home playing at AFL level. Yeah, he does. He really does. And just energetically, he does. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate that. Can't click the link tonight, but I'm here to support your excellent work. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Anything you all give me in terms of your time, your likes, your subscribes, your donations, this all means a lot, basically. Hey, Silent Red. Invocation of the archetypes essentially correlates to superiority. Oh, why can't I say that word? Superiority in terms of synchronicity speaking. Are you an AI account? Did you just get that from AI? There's a lot of big words in that sentence for 11 o'clock at night. But I generally agree with you. Oh, did he? I mean, I don't believe that guy either. Let's be honest, John Ralph, but okay, sure. how can he not, honestly? He'd be so stupid not to. But I also don't believe him because he also said that Sam Draper was about to sign a contract after like round 7. So I don't really believe anything he says. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry, Silent. It's because I'm going down the list of comments regarding my contemplation of the concepts of spirit. Yes, understand. Gotcha. 100%. If we make it, Taya, the world's not going to know what hit it. I'm being unleashed. Hey, the cat across the ditch. Thanks for being here. The worst 40-point win we have ever had. But as I just said to M. King, I think this is good for you, guys. I think you were just potentially getting a bit too complacent just because of, who you've been coming up against recently. And I think that was good for you to get, just that your players don't start to think things are coming easy and we made it a little bit hard for you. And I think that's good. Oh, G-Pack coming through with a little donation. I'll put that $2 in the money box as well. The hanger was built by Xavier, enough said. Yeah, but when I was there a month ago, I did a little spiritual inner cleansing, outward cleansing. I didn't bring the sage. Maybe next time I take the stage. But I think we've healed from him. I think the last domino took all of that energy, and the domino I speak of took all that energy with him. So I think there's no spirits left of that. Aaron, McMahon is earning another contract. Jones, I didn't feel, had earned an extension before getting injured. Yeah. I think if they had their time again, I don't think they'd do the Edwards or the Jones one. I'll be quite honest with you. I really will, because I already think, who thinks that May and McMahon have already gone past Edwards and Jones? Edwards, that's probably a harsh call, but I seem to think, I feel like I've seen more from those two in this short space of time, and maybe this is recency bias. Possibly. The Saints hated Franger and Melbourne hate Casey. The hanger is cursed. The Frogood is also cursed. Richard, one day you and I are going to meet and you're going to tell me this beef you have with the Frogood. Last time I was there, I saw no Frogood machine. I wanted a Frogood when I went to the hangar, the NEC hangar. There was no Frogood machine and I was very upset. So what Frogood do you speak of? Chris, you donated to build the hangar. Please don't burn or send me cash, please. I won't be doing that, but maybe Jez will be. Coanda, none of you filth bags here will clip and stitch sexy plus money box. I didn't pick that up. But it's after 11, so do your best shot, everyone. Hey, Sam Skidowski. I'm a huge doggies man here, guys. Just wanted to say you guys have a huge future with the kids you've found through this crisis. Stick fat. Oh, thank you. And thank you for being a wonderful Oppo supporter. You're welcome in this space anytime. 100% welcome. Your boys have certainly embarrassed us twice this year, as you seem to be doing for many, many, many years. Hopefully one day in the near future, and I'm still alive, I will see the Bombers beat the Dogs. But so far, how you liking your chances for finals, Sam? Have you done your ladder predictor and everything like that? Are you going to sneak in there? Pies are looking vulnerable. GWS vulnerable. Freo vulnerable. Are Gold Coast Suns, are they guaranteed finals now? Yeah, they could be. Maybe they are. But how are you liking your chances? I'm going to pause for a second while you all go and do this, please. That was plenty of time for you to do that. Thank you in advance. This could be the very, very last fan cams, guys. It really could. The link is in the chat. Don't make it the last. I've said many times that I'm committed to when we win to do this until we win a premiership, but I might not even get that far. Might not even get past the 2025 season. The link is there. You know the rules. They are renaming the hangar. It's soon to be called Mark of the Year. Okay. Yes. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Why, Florence? You got to come here to Virginia, show these Americans how to party. Hey, maybe on the way back after Florence, that will be a relaxing time because I'll have partied so hard the night of the grand final. I'll have had multiple all-nighters by that point. Florence on the plane to Europe. Relax in Florence, maybe. Chill, gelato, get some sun, get some nice, beautiful, maybe go visit family while I'm over there. And then on the way back, be ready for some more party. Hey? The reason Florence, Moby pretty much just went with the alliteration, Fiona and Florence, basically. And it's my homage to my heritage. So I am more than happy to get to Florence, but I am so happy. If everybody's donated enough and I have the funds in the bank, I will come to Virginia 100% and we will party, even if I'm 80 years old. Bomber Boy, the hangar does not have seats unless you count the 2 benches. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Hey, Jez didn't specify how many or what kind of seat, so it technically has seats. Yeah, I loved it. Loved it, Silent Red. That's my space. That's my go-to. You're talking my language. M King, I don't think we can't go with Kako. I think we were just not expecting it. Yeah, I hadn't prepared for it. Yeah, it was the element of surprise. And I also think he's a challenging matchup. I do. I really do. He's already shown that in the forward line. Clubs will have to employ drivers to get us all home would be messy. The messier, the better, guys. How long have we waited? If you don't get messy on the night that we win a grand final, when can you get messy? Have I put an Auburn rinse through my hair? No. Would you believe? This is just how people work, usually the opposite sex. So for women, it's when men will comment, and for men, women will comment. This is my natural hair. I have literally done nothing to it other than get out of the shower and put like an anti-frizz type to it and gave it a bit of a scrunch. No effort whatsoever. I'm feeling bad because I haven't put any effort into my hair, and you people cannot compliment it enough over the last couple of days. When I actually put effort into my hair and blow dry it and sometimes curl it and spend time and energy effort, it's like nada. And that has happened with dating men too. Whenever I'm putting effort into it, nada. When it's just al natural, seems to get. I think that's a lesson for me, right? Just stop trying, maybe. But no rinses. This is just my natural God-given hair. I'd kill for a bad 40-point win. Oh, my God. Preach. I would kill for a bad 40-point win. It has been, as the woman as Kate, what was her name? What's her name in the Titanic? Kate? No, what's her name in the Titanic? The old woman and oh, my God. Jack. It's Jack and, she's gone. I've gone blank. I need the name. Anyway, the point is that meme where she's saying, the old woman saying it's been 85 years. It's been 85 years. Yeah. I've lost my way. I've lost where I was up to, chat. Oh, God. What do you kill for? A win. Yep. Same. SJ Nguyen is my king. Yes. He's made of the right stuff. Yeah. Tonight proves we were complacent. Agree we needed that sting in the tail before finals. Yep. 100%. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. And let's get Jezza to that 100 for the season. M King, can you do it? Boy, I really do think we should upgrade the hangar to include a stand with seats, scoreboard, and light towers. Yeah, 100%. And I do think that's in the works. Like, they're not dumb. They know that that's what's going to take it to the next level. But priority-wise, I prefer let's put that money to getting a strength and conditioning coach who is very, very highly qualified and highly touted, because that's where I'm happy to put all the money to. But yeah, I think I think it'll come for sure. For sure. Squidzy, Kako our Cozzy when he gets more midfield minutes. Yes, what a good call. Great call. Facts. Great call. Oh, Brad just said May ankle sprain at a minimum, more to come. Well, that means that he's out for the year and possibly next year, because Brad should not delve anywhere near the injury room at all. Not sure how you could look past McMahon. He kicks goals. Yeah, I've got time for anybody who kicks goals. Is there room for a stand maybe at the north? Yeah, there is, heaps. But what they're waiting on, because they are at the airport there, they're probably waiting on permits. The council would be an absolute bitch, 100%. Good night, Jez. You dream of Archie, the good Archie. Yes, sweet dreams. It is mathematically possible for Collingwood to miss finals. Surely this cannot happen. This would be, I mean, I know we all laugh at Carlton because we're so bad, but this would truly be laughable if this happened, honestly. Exactly, newbies. I'm telling you. Oh, Sam, you got the Dogs making it. Good. Sam Darcy's going, hopefully. Hey, is what's his name coming back this year, or is he ruled out for the season? The little guy, Cody Waitman. Is he ruled out for the season? He hasn't even played this year, has he? Geez, imagine getting him back for finals. That would be good. Hey, Jamie, good effort tonight. 3AW rumour file this morning said Draper is staying. I mean, what's the rumour file? I don't know what that is. Is that just like people, randos call up and just make up rumours, or is that like a journo or something? I need to know who's the source, Jamie. Essendon should get a Lamana sponsorship so members get a discount. Not bad, not bad. You can't because you're in a noisy boarding house for a couple more weeks. I'll be able to next year. All right, I'll hold you to that, M. King. The rest of you who have promised me, you better get here because the fan cams are in jeopardy. Good evening, Joe.
Good evening, Fiona. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
I am feeling pretty good. How are you?
I am very happy. I am
Good.
very, very happy. Honestly.
I'm loving seeing smiles on everybody's faces tonight. The energy is wonderful.
We're beaming. I never would have thought a 40-point loss would have me beaming so much, but that's just where we find ourselves at the moment. But bloody hell, these boys have some fight in them. This is a team full of character that just doesn't go down without a fight. Doesn't matter if it's 44 points, that was the largest lead of the game. Just continue working through, continue fighting. Yeah, some of our kicks outside of D50 was ass and we just kept turning the ball over and gifting them, but you could see that they didn't want to make those same mistakes anymore, trying to learn on the fly. And these kids have just, honestly, this is a team unlike the last two seasons where we self-imploded and we were top four, in the last month of the season, and then we just crash and burn. This is an entirely these kids that refuse to lose, even though they have every right and excuse to lose. We literally had 10 literal teenagers on the field against Geelong in Geelong. 10 literal teenagers on the field, and we said, nah. We're going to push you all the way as best as we can. So proud of the boys.
And Geelong weren't missing any big names.
They rested Danger. That was voluntary.
Of course, aside from Dangerfield. But you know what? I have, speaking to a few Geelong fans over the last couple of days and the week, they all reckon they play better without Danger.
I don't know. I think it's pretty important. I think when you have someone like Nguyen, Nguyen locking down on Stengel, all of a sudden that's one less person to worry about. They changed a little bit of the matchups in the forward line. Obviously, Neil burst out of the blocks and kicked the first 3 goals, but sort of did a bit of restructuring, and all of a sudden that forward line wasn't so potent. Jezza Cameron wasn't really torching us either. You know what I mean? So I think for the most part...
So the panic stations were going off when Neil started like a house on fire, because all of a sudden we're thinking, oh no, it's not going to be Jeremy, it's going to be Shannon Neil kicking the bag. What did we do, and how did the coaches get on top of that? Because they did, like, how many did Jez kick in the end?
I kicked 4 goals in the end.
He kicked 4 goals in the end. That's a bloody good result, with one of them should never have occurred because of the Redmond umpire fuckery.
That was bullshit.
Yeah, so I'm calling it 3 goals. Sorry, Cats fans. Sorry, but that's 3 goals he kicked. Neil kicked
3 goals.
Neil also kicked 3, and Mana kicked 3. So they distributed it, but as soon as Neil started like a house on fire, I thought, oh, here we go. He's going to have at least half a dozen, at least. How did we started rotating the defenders. So Redmond lined up on, was it that unpredictability? Was that what helped? What helped?
Laverty did very well. It was the first change was that we moved Blackiston off and we put Lav on him. And the thing with Lav, what he does differently to Blackiston, obviously Lav's got more experience playing in defence, and he's used to being a defender, and he's obviously playing for his career. You know, last year we were sort of shopping him around. Does anybody want Lav to go to their side? He still hasn't been offered a contract. So, you know, Lav's, you know, he did differently to Blackiston was he was more physical with him. He was engaging with him. Blackiston was, I suppose, looking at the flight of the ball and sort of just trying to go for the ball. But then too often he would forget that he's actually trying to compete with a direct opponent for said ball, and he was just getting pushed out of the way by playing in front. It was different. Playing on Laverty, he was sort of side by side. He was engaging with the body early. And I think also what helped was the midfield started to do a little bit better and putting pressure on the ball. It wasn't coming in through the front of the stoppage. A lot of the times Neil was getting a run at the ball. It was like on the wing as opposed to deep in the back line. So I think all in all, it was a good team effort. I don't really think that it was just 1 or 2 people that were carrying the side today. It really felt like a real team effort. And yeah, you were right. Like they kept rotating all the defenders around, just trying to give people different looks, not getting too confident to exploit any matchups. And I think for the most part, it did work out okay. Quite a few of those marks at the end were just pinpoint perfect passes on the lead. And there's really nothing your direct, defender can do at the end of the day. So, for the most part, I think the defenders really held up well. I thought of the bunch, probably Pryor, I suppose, was sort of caught on the ground. Not Stengel, on Mana. And I think Mana ended up running off the back of him a few times and just didn't have the leg speed to go with him. So, just didn't have the right matchup. And that might be someone that Pidge McGrath would have gone to. But obviously we're playing him in a different position, a bit higher up the ground. And I thought he had a good game as well. So for the most part, despite all the magnets that had to be, we had to change a lot of magnets. And I do have to give credit to the coaching staff to get the boys up and about, to not be afraid to go to Geelong, who obviously love to pump us all the time. Even when we're at full strength, they pump us all the time. Exactly. So for this young team to go to Geelong, I've got to give a massive shout out to the coaching staff for getting them in that fighting mentality. We had over 60, I think we had 67 tackles for the game or something ridiculous. High pressure, high effort, never dropped the heads. So well done to the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, I think I always thought that, the coaches, Brad Scott doesn't change things up and try anything. I never subscribed to that, and I think that's just such an easy cop-out, ridiculous call because we are not in the inner sanctum of the system, of the game plan, whatever. If you think you know it, you don't, because there are intricacies to it that we don't know, and changes don't have to be huge changes to the point where, Zach Merritt's playing in the back line. They could be just little intricate changes that you can't see, the everyday person can't see, but to a system is probably a big change. So I don't think anybody can go on and say that, they don't make moves. Kako in the middle and changing Redmond, Cameron when he gets up the ground. Like, I think we can put that to bed now.
Yeah, Kako in the midfield, great decision. Obviously, it's not the first small forward in the league to be put on the ball a little bit. You sort of see it a little bit with Watson as well. Like the Hawks are happy starting to put him in there, and it gives them a different sort of dynamic.
Yes.
Dylan Moore as well. He's a really hard worker. Sometimes some of these smaller guys that have good acceleration and good work rate certainly can give you a different point of difference in the midfield. And I think it was a great idea to throw Kako in there against that midfield. And some of his efforts were wonderful. I know he's obviously more of the elusive type as opposed to the physical, because he's literally a teenager. But there was a couple of moments there where he literally worked Bailey Smith off the ball and then got it himself and went. You know what I mean? So he provided a bit of spark as well.
He's got that lower center of gravity, and he's so buzzy and electric. And he's good off one step. He can turn, change directions really fluidly. He's balanced. He's everything. There were a couple of times in Waller's career we threw him in the middle for a couple of centre bounces, and he just, as someone said, sorry, I don't know who said it in the chat, but he's our Cozzy. You put him in there when you need a bit of a spark, and he was fantastic. He looked like he'd played already 50 games experience in the midfield. He's just going to be that guy, and hopefully. As of next year, we'll have another guy who can actually push through there as well.
Swade.
So, exactly, Adam Swade, who is also got those same traits that Kako displayed. So it's exciting times ahead.
He's played every game.
Yeah.
He's a kid who's played every game, and he's been given more responsibility now playing on ball against Geelong in Geelong. He's showing no signs of slowing down in his first year, where you'd think that he'd be completely banged up. You'd think he'd be tired in his first season of footy. It just goes to show, again, the professionalism off the field to get himself in the best possible condition and looking after his recovery. He's got a professional head on his shoulders as well. You got to give him kudos for that as well.
Yeah, he and Roberts are just both played every game, and Roberts did play a bit of last year, but let's be honest, he's essentially a kid. Both just displaying the traits and the values that we want every single player coming into this club to hold, and it's a credit to the coaches who have instilled that from the day both of them walked in the door. So we have a question here from Andrew. I believe this is pertaining to Supercoach.
It is. Do I captain Bont or Dawson? Look, I've gone captain Bont personally. I think Bont's in ripping hot form, hard to tip against him. The Dogs are flying. They're fighting for a spot in the 8. Their skipper's going to help them get over the line, and I don't think he's getting any tags. So I'm going with the Bont. Andrew, thanks for the question.
We also have another question here from One Solution.
I've been banished to the garage. No, this is voluntary. I do have others sleeping in the house, and I don't want to wake them up with my voice. So I've come down to the garage, and I don't think it's too untidy to display.
No, not at all. Hey, I will take anybody anywhere, and if you've gone to that effort, then I absolutely will give it to you. But we do have a noticing of the change of scenery. So everybody's onto you, which just means that we know you well, and you're part of the family, and we're inquisitive about where you are at when you are.
Much love, guys. Thank you so much. I'm sure you got other people who want to jump on. So I just wanted to get on and then show everybody how happy I am, because I really am happy. There's a future for this club for sure.
I appreciate it, and we love it. Love seeing you, Joe. Thank you so much for your support. Have a great night.
Night, guys. See ya.
Yes, it's nice seeing a smile on everybody. Hey, Michael, how'd you go? Much better night than anticipated. I know you were down there. How was it watching it? Redmond played on Cameron when Cameron went further up the ground. Yes. Yep. Great call. Yeah, absolutely right. Oh, you're still on the way home. Vigo needs to play. Yep. I thought Goldstein probably, again, had a bit better second half. In the first half, it's funny when the team was going badly, he sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know if that's because he's big and slow, but you don't really notice his speed and inability to get low when the team is ticking. I don't know. That could be. Jono. Oh, Waitman out for the year. Ooh, okay. That's not great. That's not great for Sam. Yeah, okay, Cody's gone. Oh, look, I do enjoy watching him, only when we don't play him. I will say that. Hey, Leggy, how do you forget your own middle name? This is in relation to it's Rose. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know that it's actually Rose from the Titanic. Yes. How did I forget my own middle name? That's ridiculous. Rose, saying as an old lady, it's been 85 years, since we won the premiership. It certainly feels like that, doesn't it? All righty, you guys, I'm going to bring Dave in now, but let me just tell you, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to put it in the chat there. Howdy, Dave.
How you going?
I'm good. Is your internet connection going to survive tonight?
I think we're okay. I think we're okay this time.
Okay, good.
I restarted the computer since work finished this afternoon, so there's no problems.
Okay, but, good. So far, so good. Anyway,
if a newbie comes on though, you just cut me out.
No.
Okay. Blame an internet connection and just start saying I can't hear.
Okay, sure. I'll do the but that doesn't work because you can actually see me. But that's okay. Yeah. I'll work it out.
That's all right.
All right. What do you got for us?
Press conference.
Yes.
Chris Scott first. I didn't see his press conference, but he was on. They interviewed him on Fox Footy just for a few minutes and stuff. So he said, and a few of the players said when they were being interviewed as well after the game that although Essendon put on a lot of pressure in that third quarter and stuff, and how well Essendon played, Geelong was kind of happy with that as well, even though they didn't perform like Geelong didn't and Essendon did. But from a Geelong point of view, they were kind of happy that they got that kind of workout that they needed. So, and they said that there's things in that Essendon showed them up that they have to kind of work on a few things and stuff. So that was kind of good to hear from a Geelong point of view that how well they did. Ralphie clearly got it wrong when he said Archer May was okay, because then Brad Scott said that he's sprained his ankle and he'll get tests done, whether that's tomorrow or Monday or during the week and stuff. So,
I mean, I'm no doctor, but that did not look like a sprained ankle to me.
Yeah, I don't know how. I didn't see it, and then when the replay, I just wasn't paying attention when they showed what happened and stuff. So, but they said he was on his own, like unless he just landed funny on his heel.
he was kind of walking backwards alone. There was no opponent or teammate in his vicinity, and he just went, oh, and he just propped up on one foot and went and just crawled over in pain.
I've hurt my ankle just stepping from the nature strip to the road. So,
but it didn't. I mean, I'll have to see a replay. It didn't look like he went over on his foot. Maybe he did. Yeah. He did trip over himself, Darren. Okay, all right. So potentially a rolled ankle, but it's probably syndesmosis. Knowing our luck, who bloody knows?
Yeah. Brad Scott said once they stopped kicking to intercept marks and stuff, he thought they did pretty well. He did say again, obviously, that half of their forward 50, two of the players, so a third of their forward 50 is mid-season draft, and they're still learning the kind of the forward craft of an AFL team. But he said a lot of the players were leading like VFL players and stuff into VFL space and not into AFL space.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
that's a good excuse. It's a new one that I haven't heard
Well, it's
yet.
it's good that they recognise it. The first, as we all know, the hardest part is acknowledging where you're going wrong. So at least they know what they have to fix, is my point.
Yeah. But my comment was that once they started just not bombing it in low, but once that kind of once the ball hit the ground, we were kind of all over them in that third quarter and stuff. So the chaos ball, as they like to call it, was kind of good for us.
Yeah.
He said that Kako, they've been teaching Kako midfield work over the last few weeks, and they pulled the trigger on that on purpose this week. So they were very, very happy. Not many people are going to like this part of it, but he likened Kako to Nick Watson in the fact that below the knees, he's kind of good. They're both good, and they're hard to kind of take to ground and things like that. So
I love that comparison. I hate Nick Watson when we play him, but
that's
everybody wants him. Everybody wants him on their team.
Yeah. So they were really happy and really proud of that. He said that they competed really well, even though Geelong doubled the scoring shots and Geelong were inaccurate and stuff. So the margin could have been greater. I think everyone acknowledges that, but he thought that the competing in the contest was really good, and they were really happy with that. Liam McMahon, a lot to like, making the most of his opportunities and stuff, which is really good.
Did the journo specifically ask him about that? Ask him about Liam McMahon, or did Brad bring it up? Okay, yeah.
No, they asked him about the question was will he get another contract and stuff? So he didn't answer that part, but he said he's doing really well and making the most of his opportunities and stuff. So
good.
I think most people want him to sign on afterwards and stuff. So they asked the question about Jeremy Cameron's free kick in that last quarter, the Redmond one, you could say. And he said, well, I can't comment on that, but we all make mistakes, don't we? So his version of it was a shit free kick.
Love it. That's a beautiful way to answer that question without answering it. Love it. Exactly. That's perfect. That's perfection.
One journalist asked him about, what plans did you make for Jeremy Cameron kicking a big bag of goals? And he goes, well, it crossed my mind that he wasn't going to kick 25 goals this week. And he said that kind of tongue-in-cheek just to say, well, fuck, what do you reckon? Of course we made plans for him, but, we made plans for him, and then Shannon Neal comes in and kicks 3 goals in the first quarter. So,
exactly.
The best laid plans, go to shit.
That's right.
But again, he said in a morbid way, I'm enthusiastic about the challenge ahead and stuff like that. So continuing on with the theme of players, regardless of what's happened, the opportunity that, even the coaches are getting and the players are getting as a result of all the injuries and stuff, he's looking forward to it and continuing on. So I think the comment got made. It's definitely Merritt's 250th next week, and it's 2 meter Peters 150th next week as well.
It is. I know. It's a shame that they're on both the same night, because I would have loved them to have their own flowers on their own moments, and of course, all the limelight is going to be understandably on Zach Merritt. So it would have been nice for 2 meters to happen against Carlton or something. Not that I know it hasn't been 150 games for Essendon, but majority have been. So I still think it's a wonderful achievement, and he is a Crichton medalist at our club. So it is a really wonderful achievement for him.
And he'll probably win this year again. So
yeah. Oh no, he won't win the Crichton, but he'll probably win the goal kicking, the most goals scored.
Oh yeah,
he'll win the Matthew Lloyd. I believe it's the Matthew Lloyd award.
But no, it was good. I thought Redmond was really good in defence tonight, and I thought that the fact that Nguyen's down there now allows McGrath to play in the middle. So, you know, they got more decisions. These moves into the middle for Kako and McGrath has made their decision making at the end of the year even more kind of important and stuff. And the fact that Nguyen's kind of set down there now, I think he's another kid who doesn't really deserve not to be playing next year or in that team as a kind of permanent fixture, given how tough he is. And like you said at the start, that those tackles that he makes, once he makes a tackle, that's, you know, it sticks. So no, that's good. It's really good.
And he's got the nous. He won't just go in, you know, recklessly for a tackle. He knows if a player, he read that moment. He knew what Max Holmes was going to do. He knew Max Holmes was going to duck, and he just waited that extra minute for him to be classified as had prior to then go in and tackle him. And Max Holmes still went low, and it probably would have been called high in, you know, if he'd gone in straight away, but he didn't. And then he held on for the tackle. So he did a wonderful job on Stengel. I don't think Stengel did Stengel get a goal in the end? I don't think he kicked a goal. So. Yeah, which is incredible for such a talented small forward. So, yeah.
And McGrath, 23 disposals and 83% kicking efficiency.
I did ask the question, does anybody know, like, I don't feel like he played that, like, he wasn't at that many centre clearances.
I don't know.
Somebody who's in front of their stat sheet, can you tell me how many centre clearances Andy McGrath attended? Because I don't feel like he played that much in the middle. Did he?
He had a lot of, I don't know. The time in the middle and stuff, I suppose, is the stat, isn't it? Or centre bounces and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see his heat map.
He was. I didn't see him as much in defence though, and if he was probably like a high half back rather than kind of back pocket where he usually is. And stuff. But no, I thought he was really good, McGrath. I thought he was. Yeah,
he's strung a couple of good weeks now together. I think. Yeah, I think he's enjoying that middle, getting out of the back line and being under so much pressure. Like the kitchen's hot down there, you know, and he's leading. Sometimes he leads to direct goals very quickly, and so he's probably enjoying the heat coming off him a bit.
They interviewed him before the game as well on Fox, and he said like he's enjoying it and stuff. So it's, you know, it's a challenge for him to kind of move in there and stuff, and training has certainly changed for him as well. So which is good.
True. Yeah, true. It's probably re-energized him as well, you know. We all know that change is as good as a holiday. When you get so stagnant in your position and role, sometimes you can really just start to go through the motions. And that's when it starts looking like you don't care. I mean, you do care, but it can look like you don't. And your body language can just change very subtly. So he's probably enjoying that change up too.
Agreed.
Oh, okay, Scotty coming through with the facts. McGrath had 20 centre bounces. Okay, so clearly I wasn't watching very closely at the centre bounces because that is a lot of centre bounces. But no, he did. Well, he did very well. Yeah. Okay.
And it seemed. Well, I suppose there's no one else really that they could have kind of put in there. Durham did well. And
Joe also coming through. Brilliant. This is what I love. Merritt had 21. Kako 20. Oh. Chef's kiss. McGrath 20. Yep. Durham 14. Shield 8. Gresham 4. Does that mean Hobbs had none? I mean, that is saying something. If they've put Kako in for 20, that is beautiful. I love it.
Hobbs
I love it.
All game, wasn't he?
Yep,
I only saw him in the forward line kind of all game and that. So, yeah.
I must admit, I do like Gresham in the middle. I do. I really do.
Yep. There were a couple of instances where he just got the ball and just kind of, but a few of them have like panic kicked where they're not even turning and facing the forward line. They're just kicking it forward at the same time and stuff. But a few players have kind of done that. So,
yeah.
But anyway. Anyway,
Well, thanks, Dave, for giving us all an update on, as usual, on the press conference. Wonderful as always, and well done to your internet.
thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. See you, Dave.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We found an asset for next year. McGrath, pinch hit in the midfield. Yeah, love it. Yeah, Adam, I think we go hard, or a lot of people go really hard when they have a bad week. This week, they did really well. I think they got the matchups right. I think what went wrong is something that is more player skill based. To me, it was the contested and uncontested marks that Geelong took in the midfield. And that, to me, is that link up, that last synergy-driven kick and the last piece of the puzzle going into the forward 50 from the mids and half backs. And possibly that has got some, you can work on that at training. But I think for now, given that they don't know each other that well and they don't know the actual system that's being asked of them, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Scotty, I honestly think Hobbs is not on the list next year. Both parties, my guess, will look for Ben to have opportunities elsewhere to balance list. Yeah, I agree. I think the writing's on the wall with that. And as I said earlier, Scott, I don't know if you were here, I'm pretty comfortable with that, to be quite honest. Hobbs was again fairly ineffectual. Yeah, I agree. Darren. And another, I know I asked you all of your favourite moments tonight. Another of my favourite moment was seeing the best of Archie Perkins in that one moment where there was a two Geelong players hanging off him, but one strong Geelong player hanging off his hips, and he just did what he does best, and he just shimmied the hips, did a little sidestep, and the player, it was Joe Watson-like, how he could just strong hips and backside and legs, and Archie's not even as built as Job was. He just stood in that tackle and then distributed the ball really well, got out of it, and that's him at his best. We just don't see enough of it, unfortunately. I thought his body language looked a bit better tonight too. His hips don't lie. Absolutely. His hips, nobody's hips lie, basically. No, nobody's hips lie. Matthew, he had a crack, couldn't ask for more. Yeah, agree. We want to see him with it more, and maybe he could have had a couple of centre clearances as well. But I liked that we saw some of what he's back to his best. In that moment, I could see the energy emitting from him in that moment, that he felt like himself in that moment where he shook off that tackle, that guy hanging off his hips, and he got out of it. I could see he was himself. He was in the moment, and he just needs to hone that energy and hone how he felt in that moment, and then he needs to meditate on that, and that's what is gonna help him be the best version of himself. Yeah, agreed. Really agreed. Am I wrong, or is Perkins slowly doing a bit better? Yeah. Slow. It's very, very slow, but tonight was a really good step in the right direction for his body language. And just if you're into that, just in terms of the energy that's emitting from him, he looked a little bit more out of his head, putting it plainly. Yeah, played his best game in a long time. Agree. Yeah, everyone pretty much agrees. What? That can't be true. Hobbs 10 disposals and 4 of them were turnovers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. High hopes for Hobbsy. Look, if you're asking me, I know Hobbs is out of contract, but if you're asking me, who do you see more upside in, Hobbs or Perkins, I'm definitely not quite ready to give up on Perkins yet. Definitely not. Because I just know that Perkins will go somewhere and they'll get his head right and they'll get the best of him. And with Hobbs, I truly feel like we've gotten the best out of him in terms of how he fits in our group as well. That's probably how I see it. I'm going to do this one last time and then I'm going to finish up for the night, okay? and finish up Bomber Banter. 20 centre square attendance. What are we talking here? Who are we talking? Oh, actually, I do want to say, where are we? A nice little shout out from our mate Ben. Where are you? Hey, Benny. The Bebbers were good tonight. They were, but well done to your mob. Hopefully we gave you a nice little kickstart. I know you said on the last night on the team show that you hope that you don't underestimate us and, get too complacent. And I think that probably happened a little bit, but obviously just way too good for us. And even though you did, you still got over the top of us. But hopefully that helps you out moving forward. So good luck for the rest of the season, Ben and Hoops crew. May have been discussed, but she'll likely to get suspended. I mean, something tells me no one's been suspended for this act so far this year, but something tells me that they'll make a message out of Shield and they'll suspend him. They'll use him like how the rule came in. Was it Daisy Thomas? No, who was it? Nathan Brown, who broke his leg for the sliding rule, and then they created the rule for him, the sliding rule. Shield will be the starter of this at the tribunal. He can have the rule named after him. Yes, Geelong Zone, please join. Please, I don't want to cancel Bomber Banter. Jump on. Oh! Nick!
Good morning.
Good morning. What time is it there, Nick? Nick, everybody, is our friend from Virginia. What's the time?
It's 10 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning. So 10:06 a.m. So thought I'd jump on. I really don't want you to shut the program down. It's really entertaining. So please don't do that.
I didn't want to have to resort to threats, Nick. I really didn't, but I really am really proud of this little milestone and this little trend I have. So, and the whole point of this was to meet so many of you and to connect face to face. And I think you're the first abroad caller as well. So Bomber Banter is going to be going for many years, and you'll hold that title forever.
That's it.
So how have you seen this year, Nick?
Getting a bit of a lag, Fiona. I'm sorry, say that again, Fiona. I missed that.
I just said, how did you see the game today, Nick?
I joined at just after half time when they were kicking a few goals, and I was really happy that McMahon was contributing a lot. I think he's creating a headache now for the coaching panel and for Mr. Rosa there. He's going to have to earn his money because I saw that McMahon was doing great. I saw Blackiston was doing great. So they've got some hard thinking to do to keep these guys on the list. I know Felix had mentioned that maybe McMahon may not have. Well, this guy's a goal magnet. He seemed to be able to kick them. There was a stat going around that he had kicked a goal in every game, like for 20 games straight, and I think we ruined that last week when he didn't get one. But. Yep. Yeah, I think that's really positive. I think they're starting to head in the right direction. So I can only hope. Being so far away, it can be really frustrating. I just wish I could get down to a few games. I was there last year.
Okay.
Made a trip to the hangar.
Did you get?
Made a trip to the hangar.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, went to the hangar, met Jade while I was there.
Oh, good.
I was following Jade pretty closely on Twitter. I didn't know about you on Twitter. Otherwise, I'm certain would have been following you as well.
Oh, well, when you come next. I was just saying, Nick, when you come down to Melbourne next, definitely get in touch. Shoot me a message or an email or a text, and we'll definitely grab a coffee at the hangar or at a game. 100%. Lock that in. Or when I'm in Virginia next.
managed to time it so that I could see the Bombers Eagles at Marvel. So that was really good.
Good.
We've goes my brother and my nephew, and we've had seats there from when the Bombers first started playing there. And
Wow.
my seat that I had reserved is actually there. I think it's available, but because it's it's a seat on its own, I haven't renewed that membership. But yeah, it was great. It was downtown Melbourne has changed so much since there. It's unbelievably different.
How long
That
have you been in Virginia?
20 years, believe it or not. No, excuse me,
Wow.
25 years. Yep.
Wow.
I moved in
Okay.
November of 2000, just after we'd won the flag.
Wow.
So I left full of optimism.
So when you left, so
so-
did all the success for the Bombers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's time you come back,
thankfully
Nick.
now I think it is time. It is time. And with what's going on here, I may not have a choice.
Absolutely.
They're not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not immigrants here at the moment. So
And so tell us, Nick, what's your connection? How did you become a Bomber?
pretty much from the time I was born, we lived in
Okay.
Brunswick, and we were lived
Yes.
within walking distance of Windy Hill.
Beautiful.
So we started going regularly in. This will show my age. In 77, I want to say, we started going to 1977. So 20 years before you were born.
Yeah.
We started going to Windy Hill, and we had joined up the year that Barry Davis got fired, and Kevin Sheedy took over. So that was about our start. My brother is an Essendon supporter. I flirted with
Wow.
the Hawks for maybe a game when Peter Knights came to our school, but I didn't do it. I had to stick with the Bombers.
Good.
So
We're glad you did.
I can say I was at the 84-85 premiership, at the 93 premiership.
How good.
So we
That's
couldn't
amazing.
get tickets to 2000. Couldn't get tickets to 2000, unfortunately. So
okay.
So yeah,
but you got to enjoy it. You got to
lifetime
enjoy
supporter.
it. You have some wonderful memories, it sounds like, Nick.
Yep. So yeah, but
And so
really
before I let you go, who's your favorite? Who are you loving watching at the moment? Who's your favorite in the team? Favorite player to watch?
Mr. Kako, I think, is very impressive. I've a couple of times caddy shows, and I don't want to put too much of a moz on him, but I think caddy shows a few touches of Wayne Carey. I don't know if you ever got to see Wayne Carey play, but he just reminds me of the sort of player who dominates a game. And I think in the next 5 years, he learns how to play. He's really going to take control of these games. So, of course, the captain, huge captain. It's just such an impressive guy. When I hear him speak on 360 and those sorts of shows, he's just so impressive. And when you know a bit of his background, he's even more impressive. So
yeah, well said, Nick.
I know it's getting late for you guys.
That's all right. Thank you so much, Nick. I am I am just giddy to meet you face to face and to have the first abroad chatter to me. And you saved Bomber Banter, and so you're getting lots of love in the chat. So thank you so much, Nick, for calling in. It's wonderful to put a lovely face to the name, and please don't be a stranger moving forward.
Well, I was holding off for to join after a victory, but we're starting to get a bit thin on opportunities now.
Yeah, definitely. No, glad you did tonight. Thank you, Nick.
I'm going to take this as the closest we'll get to a victory for this year. So hopefully we can beat those blue baggers. We don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Nick. It was lovely meeting you.
All
Have a
right.
great
It was
day.
really nice to meet you.
See ya.
Take care, Miss Fiona.
Bye. Bye, Nick.
See you later.
Hello, Geelong Zone.
Hello, Fiona. How are you?
I am well. And what is your name? I only have Geelong Zone here. Tell me who I'm
My
talking
name
to.
is Lucas. My name is
How are
Lucas.
you,
I'm also part of the Hoops crew. You had Ben on the
Oh,
other day.
yes,
So
that was wonderful. I'm so
yeah,
excited to have you.
thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. Ben's a good person. I missed his show because I was streaming myself. I was doing my watch along and then my review. So I missed his show. So sorry for that, Ben, if you're in the chat. But no, good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Were you at the game? Are you a Geelong resident, or what's your connection? How did you become a Geelong supporter, Lucas?
No, so I live in South Australia.
Okay.
I've been a Geelong fan since 2004.
Yep.
So I'll just give a bit of information. So back when 2007. So back when Port Adelaide played Geelong in that grand final, that spanking. Being in South Australia, you can imagine the hype Port Adelaide got.
Yes.
And it was almost like Geelong wasn't even in that grand final. Port Adelaide are going to win the grand final. They're going to win by 100 points. It was dominated by all the talk shows. And I thought to myself, I would love if Port Adelaide just got rolled. I'd love that. Whether it was 1 point, 2 points, I don't care. And then they got smashed by 100 points plus points. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna support Geelong from now on. And then ever since, I've been a Geelong supporter. I go frequently to their games. I went last year to their qualifying final against Port, where we smashed them. Gather round this year. Went to Port also this year. So I go to whenever game I can go when Geelong's playing at Adelaide Oval.
Hey, Lucas, you make good decisions. That was a very good decision because you support a very good football organisation, a very good football club, and you guys must just wake up. I said to Ben, you guys just must wake up every day happy because your football club brings you lots of joy. I guess, how did you see tonight? You would have been watching very closely. How did you sum it up?
Yeah, well, I was doing the watch along on my Geelong Zone channel. I thought you guys played very well, surprisingly. The first quarter, you dominated inside 50, in my opinion. Unfortunately, you probably didn't have the forward line to mark balls. We were intercepting it a lot of times. Second quarter was the same. You dominated early in the second quarter. After half time, I thought.
Oh, I've lost Lucas. Come back. Come back to me, Lucas. No. Was loving that. Come on, Lucas. Internet. You've been so good. All right. We'll give Lucas a second. Let's try him again. Oh, no. All right. We'll give him a second. And in the meantime, hello, Michael.
Hello, finally, Fiona.
Thank you, part 2, saving Bomber Banter. I am thankful to you, and so is the chat.
I just got home and I thought I better do the right thing.
Oh, I love you. I love you. You've been a wonderful contributor for many, many weeks now. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Obviously living down here in Geelong, it's painful to actually go to that ground. Like, people don't realise, like, we used to live in Melbourne and I never used to hate Geelong. I used to really respect them.
Isn't that interesting?
Once you live down here, if you don't vote for Geelong, you absolutely hate them. Like,
really?
They're a different breed down here, I'm afraid.
Okay, tell me more. Explain this.
Like, if you go to today at the game, if they don't get a free kick, they think the whole world's against them. Like, we got 2 free kicks in a row in that first half, and they got the ironical cheers when they got a free kick. They're just a different breed. And, like, of their players, I don't mind, but some of the supporters, they're just spoiled. They just expect everything, which is frustrating. And, like, my kids tell me all the time, Dad, why are we breaking for Essendon? Because all their mates breaking for Geelong, and it's not normal if they don't make a final. And for us, I said, just you got to stick fat. You got to stick fat, and
Good. You're a good dad. That's good parenting.
It's a battle.
And you know
it's
what?
A battle.
You're teaching them something without even trying. You're teaching them the measure of resilience and the resilience bone. You don't even have to try. By just making them Essendon supporters, they're building that resilience. So you're a good dad.
And the sooner we get to be a better side and we don't have to play at that ground, the better. Because like, you can't get Wi-Fi there because it's not capable for a big crowd. And I know I'm a bit of a traditionalist. This music after goals, like it's just it's non-stop. It's non-stop.
I don't even like that either. I don't even like that. But hey, in terms of the spectacle of the ground, the spectacle, like how I don't know if have you been to many other grounds around Australia?
I've only played there a few times. I've been to the SCG and Adelaide Oval, so like, they make it into like an entertainment. It's good for the kids, loud music and stuff like that. But they're a bit of a different breed down there here. Actually,
right. Yeah, you're right, because they never send pies down there, do they? Because pies actually play.
No, that's right. They wouldn't dare play down in Geelong.
Absolutely.
Correct.
So, I mean, I think, you and I were talking during the week that it was like we were saying prayers. I was saying prayers for you, during the week because it wasn't going to be fun. But in the end, did you have a bit of fun? Did you?
Actually, it's the first time this year I think I've actually got up and cheered and said, come on. Like, we're in this, like, in that third quarter. Like, I haven't even felt like that all year. Even when we played those games against Richmond when it's close. Yeah. It's against Richmond. But when you're playing against Geelong, like, we're a bloody good team. Like, and that first half looked pretty ominous. But now, as you were speaking during the week, that delivery into the forward line in that first half was just terrible. And whether it's the forwards' fault or the mids, it's probably a combination of both. But seeing to, as you said earlier, that change in that second half, like we went 3 going for the pack mark, there was scrummers on the ground. It was just a different tactic, and like a change in half of football. So I'm not sure why it hasn't been there all year, like, to be honest.
I know. And so where were your seats? Were you down one end or another?
Well, they put us behind the goals, right?
The Essendon goals, I hope.
There's probably hardly any Essendon supporters there. Like the first game I've been to where there's not many Essendon supporters.
The cheers were pretty loud, though. I will say, Michael, you could tell that the Essendon supporters were feeling it because they were definitely there, especially when McMahon got that snap goal.
Yes,
that one.
Because we're not used to being in a game, to be honest. Yeah. Like, I can't remember the last time that we got a chance. Like, we never knew we thought we would win, but just to be, it was like, I was thinking to myself, if you can get within 60 points, I'll take that. Like, even at half time, I'm thinking, I'll definitely blow the siren. Definitely.
And it's kind of like it's the same feeling that we had when we played Brisbane as well. And it's so dependent on the opponent. Because the opponent sets the level and sets the tone, and you've got to come up to that level. Whereas when the wins against West Coast and the win against Kangaroos, we kind of dropped to their level, and that win felt like a loss.
Yes, and even that second half, that's I think that's the best performance of the year. Like, just if you're looking at isolating that second half against quality opposition. And even though they didn't win, the self-belief of the young kids will have in that. Yeah. You could see them getting up and about when they, we were behind the goals. You could see all the players around the ground were, like, up and about. But in that first half, like, we were behind the goals, and I was looking at every matchup, and I think every position, their player was miles above us in height and solid. Like, it was just men against boys. Like, trials and blitz out. It was just like ridiculous. Like, how we were even competitive with we're being outsized. It was just a really good effort. I'm not Scott's biggest fan, but I think he coached particularly well in that second half as well. And the Kako move into the midfield, that's really good. These are the games you've got to try different things, because I don't think you can afford to do it next year when we've got fully, hopefully not too many injuries. But I think, something to go on for the rest of the season and next year at least, definitely.
Yeah. And, even though it wasn't a win, as you said, you know, you alluded to that energy and the players feeling it, and they were feeling the excitement. You know, they need a bit of that. It can't be all doom and gloom, because inevitably they're going to drop their heads and they're going to feel that it's going to feel like a chore. The love of the game, the love of footy is going to be lost if we don't have moments like tonight where they can feel the excitement and the love and the passion.
And it's just
so I think it was good for the morale.
And they have some self-belief. Like when they come up against a St Kilda or Carlton, I think, shit, we've got close to Geelong. Hey, we're in this.
Yes.
And obviously we don't want to win too many games, but long as they can still see they're on the right path is the main thing, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, with that May injuries, that was weird. Like, sorry.
No, go for it. Yeah, dude, what happened there? Did you see it? Was it up your end of the ground?
Yeah, it was right in front of us, and he was just running and then just like collapsed. Like I thought as soon as it happened, it looked like one of those Achilles injuries where you just got shot in the leg, but now it's an ankle, so, well, who knows? But if it's an ankle, we'll take that ahead of an Achilles. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, look, but with our luck, Michael, if it's an ankle, it's a syndesmosis.
That's
like
right.
Year and a half.
Scott says something, it's the opposite.
Exactly. Oh my God. So, my question for you, Goldstein, what did he look like around the ground?
He did a few good things, but there was a couple of instances where he couldn't just get to the contest. Especially there was one in the goal square where they kicked the goal. Like he was 3 meters behind Blissav, and I thought he's trying his guts out, but the poor bloke, he just looks knackered. Like I know there's the argument with Vigo, but I still can't understand. Educate Vigo with Goldstein. Yeah, so I don't understand why we don't play the 2 ruckmen.
Okay. One. You don't think it would be too tall?
Whoops.
I think I've lost your picture, Michael. It could be the internet. Can you hear me?
I can hear you like in a Muppet sound, like it's just gurgling.
Oh, okay. I can't see you, but I can hear you properly. So I'll just ask you.
Okay, so I was just saying.
Yeah,
I was just saying, Blitz. Like, I'll still persist. I'll give Vigo at least 1 or 2 games. Like, we've got nothing to lose. It's all about development. Who knows? We might need him round 1 next year because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like, if we lose Draper, Brian's not fit. So what are we going to do? Like, we just.
What's your feel? What's your feel on Draper? Do you think he stays or goes, Michael?
I don't think we can lose either way, to be honest. Like. At the start of the year, I was happy for him to go, but then he obviously got into some really good form. I thought, well, maybe we could keep him. But I think when we get a first rounder every day of the week, I'd be a lot more comfortable if Brian hadn't got injured and we had more of a look at him. But we're really left with no ruckman. That's the only thing. And ideally, we don't want to have Goldstein again. Like, and if Vigo has to play round 1, we might need to just get someone else in as well. But surprised I haven't used Blackerson more in the ruck just to give him a go, but I guess we're short on defenders as well, so makes it hard. I know it's hard when you got money soldiers to play, but it's going to be interesting because I'm more worried about. Sorry.
No, go for it, Michael. Continue.
Yeah, I'm really worried. I know injuries, but a lot of this is going into next year as well. So we're going to have a lot of players that are going to have injury or interrupted starts of the season, and we don't want the same thing happening this year as next year. So that's my concern is we've got a lot of players who are going to have interrupted pre-season. So hopefully it doesn't dent too much into our season, especially with
it's such a good point. Such a good point, and it's why I kind of feel they should just. I know they're motivated to kind of rush a couple of players back. Not rush, but like Langford coming back. And I just think get them cherry ripe for day 1 of preseason, you know, so they don't have an interrupted preseason. Yeah.
And I think this is the first time I've got confidence that we'll recruit the right players and things like that. So hopefully Rosa does the right thing, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with. I think McMahon's sewn his spot up for next year. Like, you're just playing for his goal kicking. Like, he's reliable. And I can't remember the last time we've had a really good goal kicker that we can count on he's going to kick that goal. And even today, May, he should have just he's had so many shots for goal. He was just trying to centre it. He's a really good kick. half the time he was just settling into the forward goal square. He should just be having got shots at goal. Just back himself,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he's obviously still learning the nuances as well. So I think this is, as you say, this is the year to just develop them, give them opportunity, see what we got. We got, as I've said a few times, it's not a free year, but the hand that we've been given is that all our soldiers have gone down. So let's use it to our advantage and let's play the Cacos in the centre. Let's play the Mays down back. See what they got, because we've got the year to
absolutely
have
nothing to lose.
Correct.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Every game they play is huge for the development for next year, and they'll be a step ahead from where they thought they'd be already. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Let's get as much exposure to these kids as possible.
Absolutely spot on. Well, Michael, thank you so much for saving the fan cams with Nick from Virginia. Absolutely wonderful meeting you face to face. You've been incredible. Please don't be a stranger moving forward, and so glad that you got some happiness and joy down at the Cattery for once.
Sounds good, Fiona.
See you, Michael. Good night. Bye. All right, we've got Lucas back.
Thanks, Fiona. Sorry about that. Internet volumes. I do apologise.
You used up all the internet, all your megabyte things on your stream, hey?
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it? When you do 2-hour watch-alongs, that tends to happen.
Take two.
Yeah, I'll get straight into it. I don't want to waste your time.
No time wasting at all.
So I thought the first two quarters you dominated early with the inside 50s, but with our class we kicked away. After half-time, I was saying, we should win by 60, 70 plus. I want to absolutely pump this team. Well, that happened, but wrong team. I thought Essendon in that third quarter were outstanding, absolutely outstanding. McGrath, Gresham, Merritt, Kako in the midfield, they were absolutely sensational. They just walked over us, walked over Atkins, walked over Myers, they walked over Baz or Bailey Smith. They were absolutely fantastic. Liam McMahon, I was almost calling him Linda McMahon, you know, from the WWE, because I'm a WWE fan. So I was almost calling him that. My goodness, he gave DK and Conor O'Sullivan a bath. The way he handled the ground ball, I thought that was fantastic. You know, there was 2 goals he got from McCrum, very clean ball winner. Then there was a third one where Humphrey smothered him, so he could have kicked that as well. So he was absolutely sensational. Geelong, you know, they kicked 2 late goals in that third quarter. The fourth quarter came, you know, you can't play fourth quarters with your team yet. You know, you've got a VFL team. We have to accept that. But you stayed with it. I thought, you know, even in the fourth quarter, I thought, you know what, surely we blow this team away. Your effort was unbelievable, especially Kako moving into the midfield, Gresham moving in a little bit into the midfield. McGrath was good last week when he was in the midfield against Sydney. He was great tonight in the midfield. Couldn't believe it. And I thought this is a bit of alarm bells for Geelong. Now, I don't think you're ever, with all due respect, I don't think you're ever going to win it. But there was a moment in that third quarter where you had, I forgot who it was. You had a shot on goal, and you would have brought that back to 3 goals. I would have been very, very nervous. I was going ballistic in my watch along. But no, full credit to your midfield. Now, I know Brad Scott is depleted with injury. It's just a horrible situation with your high performance, with all the soft tissue injuries. He's been throwing the magnets around all year. This one worked. I thought Kako and McGrath in the midfield, I thought that worked. Gresham as well. That really surprised me. And we didn't have a plan B to go with them, strangely enough. Amazing, like Geelong battling for a top 4, top 2 position. We couldn't stop those players. So full credit goes to those players. They were outstanding. Also, Liam McMahon also outstanding. So it was definitely a wake up call. But with all due respect, Essendon deserved, you know, a lot of praise. Never gave up. You know, we saw last week with Port Adelaide. You know, they're playing a Sandford team. You know, they gave up in the end, but Essendon never really did that. I'm genuinely surprised of how you guys played. I thought you were fantastic for 4 quarters.
That's such a good point, Lucas, the comparison to Port, because, again, also Port are really depleted with injury. And I think I saw a stat today that they only have 3 players who have played, I think, more than 20 games or something for the year, so they're really depleted too. But the difference in attitude and intent and energy and belief that the two clubs had, and you know, we've got 3 out of 4 mid-season drafts playing tonight, and you know, you guys admittedly missing Dangerfield, and Henry obviously got subbed out, and also who's your other one? Kolajasny, is that the other one you're missing? Yeah. So you're missing a couple, but generally we came down here, and I speak for a lot of Essendon supporters, thinking that this was going to be 100-point plus loss. So our honourable loss line was about 50, 60 points. So to see them in the third quarter have the belief that they could win it at 20 points behind, honestly, it brought us so much joy, because and mainly because Geelong is such a respected outfit, such a professional outfit. You set the benchmark so high, and so we had to come up to your level, and it was just, you know, I've seen a bit of social people on social media saying that Geelong were going at, you know, fifth gear, and how much do you say it was Geelong playing a bit under their ability versus Essendon playing a bit above theirs?
I like how you said that that Geelong respected, you know, they respected team, and that I don't think they were respected tonight. They were stat padding to Cameron. In the first 10 minutes when Mena was 10 metres out directly in front, he kicked it to Cameron. Even if Cameron marked that would have been played on. So I've gone on the Hoops crew, I've gone on my channel saying I don't agree with the stat padding. Either he gets or he doesn't.
Yep.
You know, last week was almost comical against Port Adelaide, you know, where Port Adelaide paid no respect. Your defender on Cameron in the second half, I don't know his name, I forgot, but your defending on Cameron was fantastic. He got a couple of late cheapies. One where he put his knee up to your defender, I was calling that, and I thought that wasn't a free kick. I thought there's nothing wrong with that.
Lucas, that was the worst free kick in this year. Yeah. It was so bad that the commentary team were like, they were lost for words. It was so bad. Redmond had eyes on the ball, and
Redmond.
And so Cameron, it was play on basically.
Well, it was, I thought, oh, come on, here we go. We're gonna just, you know, come on, I just don't like stat padding. You know, either he gets it or he doesn't. And that did pay. It did put us off, because the media during this game, as you would know, they were all hyping up Cameron's 100.
Yes.
And I thought, well, you know, I know Essendon are in dark times at this moment with injuries and whatnot, but you know, let's pay a little bit of respect. Let's just win the game. How about that? The score line was flattering. I thought you deserved to be closer. That's how well you played.
How good's that hearing that chat? Yep.
Like especially like the clearances, you know, you weren't smashed. You were respectable. The inside 50s, you got as much as we did. So I thought the second quarter, like after 3/4 time, when you completely destroyed us in that third, I thought, you know what, we're lucky we're not two goals or 3 goals up. You deserve to be a hell of a lot closer. So that was credit to Brad Scott, you know, moving the magnets around in your effort. For 4 quarters. Yeah, I know, you know, 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, the effort went down. That's to be expected. Probably came a little bit later than I liked, as far as a Geelong point of view goes. But to be in the game, 10 minutes to go in the fourth, that's incredible in Geelong, because historically we demolished bottom 4 teams in Geelong. Historically, we did it to West Coast. We've done it to North. We've done it to your guys a couple of times also last year.
100%. And earlier this year. To be in this game in Geelong, the fans were getting a bit restless. They were getting a bit frustrated. So, and I was doing my watch line. I was getting bloody frustrated. I thought, because every time we kicked a goal, you would respond. It was the response that was unsurprisingly. And I kept on saying, you know what, they're going to kick a goal. You did that. So the scoreline a bit flattering in my opinion. But no, your team played very well. You should be very proud if they can bring that effort next year with a full healthy list. I think you can push for finals. I really do like McGrath in the midfield. I like Kako in the midfield. He brought something different. And Chris Scott couldn't
couldn't do anything about it. Gresham as well. Gresham had a fantastic game. And Redmond on Cameron, so up until second quarter. So credit to Essendon. My final takeaway is we got the 4 points. Let's move on, which is probably indictment on how actually well you guys played.
I mean, I think, a lot of this chat will know that, if I always say, there's no such thing as a second team in AFL, but if for any reason Essendon were eradicated from the competition, Geelong would be my second team. I absolutely adore Geelong, and Essendon never make finals, so I'm always barracking for Geelong because they always do. And I truly have so much respect for your club and the way it's run. So for me, this is I'm on a high, getting so close to your standards and to the heights that and the values that and the foundation that Chris Scott lays and the rest of the coaching staff up there have laid and the rest of the department before them who basically built up a really solid, just balanced football department and team. And you really personify what a incredibly well-run football club is about. You rebuild on the run, not rebuild, but you regenerate on the run, and you get the best out of, mundane players that would be mundane on any other list. I remember Brian Myers, watching him in his first year of football, and I thought, how is this guy on a AFL list? This is unbelievable. He's just, if whatever it is, he ain't got it. And now he's one of my favourite players to watch. He is incredible. He does the freakish things. He's the most selfless, unconditional player, and I just love him. So it's a testament to your club.
Well, we call him Messi down here. We've got this cult figure name of Messi. So
love it. Yes, of course, Jared Waitley. Yep. I love it. No,
not to upset the Ronaldo fans, but
he'll wear that tag for the rest of his career, won't he, Lucas?
But like you said, apart from Hawthorn, no team has ever won more flags since the year 2000. So we've been a very strong team for a lot of years, which is credit also, as you mentioned, to the culture in the footy department, not just the players, but list management, high performance. They do an extremely good job. But no, I don't want to take any more of your time. Thank you for having me on.
No, thank you so much, Lucas. This has been amazing, and as you're getting lots of love in the chat, and thank you so much for coming on, and you're welcome anytime, any place, and we always play Geelong twice every year, so I'll hopefully see you next year or in the off-season maybe do some collabs.
It's good that you can play us at GMHBA. I'm glad some teams play us, unlike Collingwood, who won't.
Yeah, they don't send the pliers down there.
No. Yeah, so we do appreciate that because we literally have the country game, and that's literally at the MCG. So, but no, thank you for coming down to Geelong and not crying about it, unlike Collingwood when they do. We don't want to go to Geelong, too far down the road. Oh, please. Nothing club that's won 2 flags in the last 50 years. Go away. But anyway, thank you so much.
Well, good luck for the finals. I will be cheering for Geelong. I hope you make it all the way and get that cup again. So well done, Lucas. Take care. How good was that? That is a wonderful way to finish. We also have been saved. Everybody say a big thank you to Nick and Michael for saving Bomber Banter. We live to see another day. It's been a great night, everybody. I feel great. Kyrie, thank you. You're a Geelong supporter too. Thanks for being here. Yep, Kako, absolutely. Yes, actually, he does have some Grime Myers. Yes, he has that selfless way he plays. Well done. Yep. Absolutely spot on with that. Coanda, I don't do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so this is my only social interaction. Well, I am happy, very, very pleased and honoured to hold space for you, Coanda, and to get you involved. And one day, hopefully, can see your face and ring up for a chat. If it gets down to it, you may have to save Bomber Banter. It may come down to you, Coanda. So please don't be shy. As you can see, every guest, it's just like a chat between you and I. You'll feel like I'm in your living room with you, chatting away. All right, everybody, I might leave it there for the night. I'll give you one more second to please like this video and subscribe if you haven't, or do so on your way out. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to drop a fun little different kind of video for you all tomorrow. It's not showing me in the best light because it's showing me in my most organic state. But hopefully you enjoy it, and I'm hoping that you'll all get around it and give me some recommendations. I'm not going to say too much more, but I'll drop that tomorrow, and then you'll see Pommy and I for the Twix Awards on Monday night. I'm actually looking forward to rewatching this replay, so that's good. Might do that tomorrow or maybe Sunday, and I'll get stuck into the Twix Awards. Unfortunately, nobody won the cookies. We've still got a couple of weeks to go. If by the last round nobody's won the cookies with the cookie comp that I have set up, I'll come up with an easier competition for you all to enter for the last game against Gold Coast. A competition, it'll be very, very easy that there'll have to be a winner from it, basically. So, all right, everyone. Thank you, Felix. Thank you, Jade, Troy, M. King. Thanks for being here. Geelong supporter. Again, thank you, Nick. Great to see you face to face. Thank you, everybody who's been here. Jeremy, Snazzy, Coanda. Absolutely love, big love to all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And as usual, I will see you all very, very soon.